So how do we maintain agility at scale? How do we align multiple teams, entire departments, while preserving the autonomy, the flexibility that's integral to Agile? Well, the answer is not that difficult. And I think this is what actually trips most companies up. They think it should be hard. They look at it and they say, we're different, we're special. Of course you are, like every other bank or whatever. But the answer is easy. Let's look at organizations that do this, do it well, and have done it for generations incredibly well. My favorite to look at is the military. It really matters in the military whether we get this right or wrong. Traditionally, in organizations, we've had this top-down flow, and somebody's told the person below what to do and how to do it. Well, that doesn't work. You can't have a general running around the battlefield telling each private soldier what to do, or even each officer. So instead, what's happened in the modern warfare is systems have developed that allows that intent, the direction, to be flowed down very, very rapidly, so that everybody, and I do mean everybody, understands why what they're doing matters, so that they can use their own brains. They can think, how do I help? So you will come across it as commander's intent or mission command in modern warfare. It's very simple. Somebody at the top says, I want to achieve this goal for this reason. So let's pick on a general, I always do. And a general says, I need to secure this city to secure food supplies for the winter. Great. That information goes to his immediate staff. Okay? And those officers will work out how to solve that problem. Well, he wants the city to have the city, we need to hold that seaport, that airport, that town, and that bridge. Okay? And when I did my training in this sort of stuff, it was insightful, particularly when I look at it in modern ways. The role of the officer explaining the strategy, intent, and direction is to give that. I want to hold the city to maintain food supplies and sit down and shut up. Okay? Let the people beneath them determine how. Be present in the conversation to hear what happens and make sure they've not missed anything that you can think of, but they probably won't. And then when they tell you how, you understand it. And if you need to tweak and change, great. But once that's good, it flows down very rapidly, because those generals, the staff of the general, are going to go out and talk to their officers and say, right, we need to hold that city to secure the food lines. And to do that, I need you to take this bridge. And that officer is going to go down, and at some point you're going to hit a sergeant who has been told, we need to hold this bridge to hold the city to feed you in the winter. Bad guys do not cross this bridge. How that squad chooses to solve the problem is up to them, which is genius. 60, 80 years ago, more like 80 now, okay? People were shot for changing their mind. People were shot for disobeying orders. Now we turn around and we say, actually, we've got intelligent, highly skilled people in the front line. We've told them what matters. They've told us how they intend to deal with that problem. But if things change based on what they know on the ground, they can change the how. They will aim to deliver the intent. Okay? But that sergeant may say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to point guns that way. But that position becomes untenable. Maybe somebody comes after them so they can move, they can do other things. It's within their ability to make those decisions. They don't have to turn around and find an officer who has to find an officer who has to find an officer who has to find a general to say, can we move some troops, please? That's not how it works. And it's nonsense. How could it work that way? Okay? Those people on the ground can make decisions rapidly while maintaining the intent. Okay? And this is what we need to mirror. If you want to scale Agile, you need to let go. Explain the intent, explain the direction that you want them to take. Let the people who work for you tell you how they are going to do their jobs. They are the experts in it. You are the expert in the strategy, in determining what needs to happen, why. Let them tell you how. And if it's at scale, they are going to then turn around and tell the next people, this is what matters and why. But what we have in a very, very rapid cascade is everybody within the organization understanding what matters, why it matters, and how they intend to help. And when stuff changes, they still understand how they fit into the puzzle. And therefore, they can collaborate, they can communicate with others around them to ensure that their actions help deliver the intent, not hinder it. And that, for me, is the key. Ensure everybody understands their place, why it matters. Let them tell you how to do their job.